let me just make sure. There we are. So it is really important that in your language journal, which is just your notebook where you're writing, documenting your English progress, that you don't just say, oh, I'm so stupid, oh, this is so hard. No, okay? Only focus on what are the problems and how you can solve them. If this week you were not able to practice your English, why? Did you have an important report at work and you had to work very late and you were tired getting home? Does that mean you can't listen to a podcast before bed or in the shower? You can listen to a podcast in the shower. If you have one of those fancy iPhone 37, whatever is I don't know what number we're on. I'm an Android person. But if you have an iPhone 37 that can go in the water, you can sit in your bath after work and just watch an episode of Sex and the City in English, an episode of Has Been Hotel in English. You can watch an episode of whatever it is that you like in English. Okay, but don't focus on your negative feeling. Focus on what you can change to make it happen. So one of my students, she really, 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 really likes David Hasselhoff. And so I was like, watch Baywatch in English. It's not like it's super intelligent language, it's not like intellectual programming, so it's fine. It's not Meet the Press or something. It's Baywatch. We all know what Baywatch is. So watch Baywatch in English, so you can hear English and be engaged because it means something to you. I also took her to, because watching a whole episode of Baywatch can be a little bit intense if that's not really your intellectual niche, shall we say. So on YouTube there is this young lady called Alison Pregler, and she does recaps of Baywatch in English. So she watches that instead of re-watching episodes of Baywatch in English that she's already seen in German. So she watched the summary by Alison Pregler, and then she would go and watch the episode to try and spot the different story beats that she was talking about in her video. That's one way. Most parents who don't want their children to become idiots read a book to them when they're small. Okay, you can read a book with your child in English. Even if they don't understand, that's not your problem. That's their problem. You gain practice, and if your child doesn't understand something, you can either say, you know what, I don't know, let's go look in the dictionary, or I will look it up tomorrow while you're sleeping, and I'll tell you tomorrow. You can just say, you know what, I don't know, but we understand the story, let's move on. To encourage you to not wait for perfection to improve yourself, to move on, to go to the next level. You don't need for it to be perfect. We already talked about good, better, best. I would say even good enough, good, better, best, or fine. It's fine. Don't hesitate to think of solutions, of way you can change and reorganize yourself in order to create the time for English when you have an obstacle. Don't just accept the obstacle. So another thing another question I'd like for you to answer in your language journal after we are finished here. What cultural facts have you learned about an English country? So at the moment it's November. If you watch British television, you've noticed this. British television, maybe Canadian television as well. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if India has some version of this. Australia also, New Zealand. I don't know if they all do the same thing, but it's on the same subject. What is this? This is one I made. I crochet. So this is one I made with crochet. It's not supposed to look like a real flower. What is this flower with the black center? And well, it's supposed to be long and fluffy, but I made a mistake. But it's long, fluffy petals like this. There. What is this flower? Black in the middle with 3, 4 maximum big red petals. And what does it represent? What is the history of it? Is it the same in your country? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it's a bad idea? What is the difference between this and the same symbol or a similar thing? I'm trying not to give you clues. In your country, does your country do anything special on the subject of this? Not the flower, but what it represents. Do you think it's a positive? Do you think it's a negative? Why? Okay, so this is something. And several countries of the Commonwealth were hit with Hurricane Melissa. Why are hurricanes always given women's names? Do you have hurricanes where you live? Why? Why not? Do you understand the climatologic, the systems, climate systems that explain why your country doesn't have hurricanes, but certain English-speaking countries do? Would you like to go there? Why was Melissa so much worse this time than in previous times, etc., etc.? Okay, try to fill in one side recto verso of one page, be it A4 or A5. Just make sure to not write super big on purpose. If you're using your phone, try to answer these questions in one screen, 2 screens. Okay. Final question for your language journal today. Did you practice thinking in English this week? So what do I mean by practice thinking in English? Did you talk to yourself and do the DVD commentary of your life in your head in English? Oh, I wonder where I put my glasses. Okay, so hang on. So I am finished answering emails. So now, yes, I need to call Mr. Blah 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 to order new printer toner. Okay, let me do that. And you talk, and you do what you have to do. Or if you're cooking at home, for example, or in the morning. Oh Lord, what am I going to wear today? Let's see. Oh, I don't want to wear green. No, let me wear purple. I like purple best. Maybe I should wear pink. Oops. Maybe I should wear pink. No, pink is not good. I don't know what to wear. What should I wear? You know, I have trousers. I have blouses. What kind of should I wear? What should I wear? Maybe I want to change. What is the name for this? Okay. I'm not talking about like gel, acrylic, all that stuff. I'm talking about the general umbrella term. for this. Okay. Yes, I know it matches my glasses. Isn't it fun? So every week, find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions. Okay, for you to answer in your language journal. That is practice. Okay, you're practicing thinking. I know people don't like to read, and I know that people don't like to verbalize, like put their thinking into words. But if you're learning a language, it's really, 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 really important. Okay? So, I have some YouTube recommendations for this week. I have a YouTube channel called Type Ashton, who has a video today about how most people, or an increasing number of people, not only in the US but also in Europe, are functionally illiterate. That means that they can read, but they don't understand most of what they read because they never read, or they only read TikTok and Instagram. They don't read books. I also recommend Coffee and Cults is an Australian lady who does deep dive. So those are 1 hour videos, It's not 15 minutes. It's a one hour, sometimes 2 hour video about show business and behind the scenes and showbiz gossip and, who's dating who on what show and what happened when this actor was canceled and stuff like that. Okay? So, but it's super interesting. She used to work in Hollywood, so she knows people and she knows things that us mortals don't know. I'm sorry for fiddling with my hair so much, but I can see myself and it's very disturbing. Another channel is TLDR, Too Long Didn't Read, which kind of looks at news headlines and gives generally like 10-15 minute videos about a news topic. I'm sorry, this is really annoying me. Boop! There we go. And of course, once you move one thing, the whole thing moves. Ay, mama. Okay. And this is supposed to be here. Thank you. So it does 10-minute videos about some kind of political, geopolitical news, and they have different channels. So TLDR EU, TLDR UK, TLDR US, and then there's a general TLDR channel. So those are 3 channels I recommend. Type Ashton, Coffee and Cults, TLDR. There's a reason why I'm not writing it down. So you listen, okay? So you can use your ears. That's what we're doing here, okay? We're using our eyes and our ears.